I got it.
You got sound?
Yeah.
We got sound now at last. I feel a bit out of focus, Alex, on the top camera. But I'm alright with that. Evening or what you're saying. Let me move out of the chat box. We got to sort out that camera angle slightly. Sound now, all good.
There you go.
Yay! Sorry. What happened was, because we have relocated to Leisha, what are you saying, Matty? Oh man, I got some stories for you all. Malcolm 17, we got something awesome. So what's been happening is because we've moved to my house, so the camera angles are slightly off. We've just realised that one, but it's okay, it's cool. Because we've been practicing stuff, and Josh Bushy Beard Barney Barn Builder from the team came over on Wednesday and helped us set up our X-Wing related stream that we plan to put together next week, right? Actually playing X-Wing. If I can remember how to do it, because I definitely still can't roll dice. That's proof in the pudding when I play Blood Bowl. So welcome back to the first ever kind of evening show. And the reason why I'm doing this as a test, and it's probably going to carry on for a good few weeks, is because I've got a lot of friends on the other side of the pond. A lot that watch this show, even though I'll put the show out on a Monday early for them. But a lot that can't watch the show live, and I feel like I want to do something for all the Americans, Canadians, all that completely different time zone. So this is kind of 11 o'clock UK time. I'm probably thinking about the normal time would be 11, 12 o'clock. So I decided to start at 11 as opposed to 12. So you guys in the UK and Europe were a bit more awake and could maybe join in for a bit. And these shows are going to tend to be a... Yeah, no, do you know what, right? Like, I love Worlds. I don't think I can come this year, purely because the world's going mad. Tinned tomatoes, I was only allowed 4. I'm Italian. That's racial prejudice. And I told the lady, I said to her, why are you being racist? Our lad, they love me in Aldi. And all the white people, English people, they all turn around and look at me. And I said, seriously? I said, I've got potatoes to trade for tomatoes. I says, don't take away my culture. Anyway, so what I was talking about before, that's the truth actually. Seriously, what's going on? Chill out everyone, it's okay. Right, but anyway, it's truly, that actually genuinely happened. And the fact that all the other stuff, there was like a 40-year-old man who was stood in front of the ladies' sanitary department that I need to get for my little girl. And he looked like he was about to take the whole lot. And I was going to rugby tackle him to the ground. It would have been an elbow in the head. And it would have been, no, I will trade your tomatoes for toilet paper here in the US. Dutch Co, you got no loo roll. See, I am the most well-prepared hoarder going anyway. When my cupboards get to, I'm Italian, right? And when I get to like 12 packets of dried pasta, I have a panic attack. And Alex sat on the other side of the monitor doing all the amazing computer stuff. We will testify that's the truth. So yeah, I have a massive box of toilet rolls, and we're not quite as bad in the Midlands. We're getting little dribs and drabs. And I've got an inside man that works at the co-op, you see. So when it comes in the back door, it goes straight back out the back door. Right? Go £50, hit me up, Richie C. Yeah, that's wicked. I've got aloe vera, actually, Rich, and I've got the 4-ply because my bottom deserves only the best. Especially at my age, there's not a lot of skin left there. So listen. Yeah, look, I did this because I really love, like, all the Yankee boys, all the Canadians, and everyone I meet when I go out to Worlds. So I really want to do something to show what kind of Rasta Mace painting and Weekend Warlords is all about, kind of your time frame. Absolutely wielded a bidet. Do you know what I actually said? I said, isn't it a shame? I bet you all wished in the 80s, you lived back in the 80s where we all had bidets. It was all fine. You just got up, little wash of the bum. I remember as a kid, first time ever encountering a bidet. Do you know that, Alex? Have you encountered a bidet? And I didn't.
I've seen one.
I was like, I thought that if you had a bidet in your toilet, that meant you had money.
Yeah.
That meant you had a
bar.
We got
like a nice hotel room,
right?
And running in.
I swear to God. Thank you for following. So listen, anyone new to watching this, this is all kind of self-funded. So if you can follow us on Twitch, right, and you get that with like a Twitch Prime thing with your Amazon or whatever, it's all free. Or you could just pay. That means the world to us. And or like us or whatever it is on YouTube. All those, I'm really rubbish at that, aren't I? Listen, right, we got to get me a thing written out where I don't sound like a monkey when I'm talking to people, right? Anyway, so all that stuff, push those buttons because they mean I can pay the bills for all the lights and I can bring this stream out. Archnin, yes! There's something in the post to you. It might take 600 years to get to you at the moment because you're Mr. Trump. He is officially come and put a cordon around the United Kingdom. There's a load of F-18s flying circles around it. So at the moment, your stuff's coming to you, bro. But yeah, to all the Americans, I've got something else to give away tonight. So what I do, to those of you that are new to the stream, right? So let me tell you about how my stream works and how Weekend Warlord stream works. So as you watch our stream, you earn something called spondoolies for watching. And they're like cryptocurrency, right? They're like a Bitcoin, but just apply to this channel. And we will be like streaming a lot in the coming months and hopefully years. We'll be getting out there doing tournaments, all the stuff you guys like to watch, as well as a heavily hobby dedicated channel. I'm a fine artist. It's what I've done my whole life. I love teaching people through this medium, and I've also got some really wicked stuff to give away. So as you watch, you earn spondoolies. You earn 1 a minute, right? So for each hour you watch live, you earn 60. And if you donate any money to the stream, and there's a donation link, you earn 1 spondoolie for each penny, right? And each one of those lets you enter the giveaways that we do. And let me tell you about tonight's giveaway, right? Alex, can we have a double shot? Because I actually don't like this shot no more. I'm all out of focus. In real life, I'm in focus! Yeah, man. Why am I in focus there, but I weren't in focus on the full shot? Is that because we didn't fiddle with it?
Yeah, basically.
So, like, everyone, let me just say, please be patient with any technical difficulties or anything like that we have, because I am as thick as 2 short planks of wood when it comes to computer stuff. And it wasn't for this young guy sat on the other side, we wouldn't even be running from home, right? The mastermind behind the stream before was a guy called John. And he's in the other side of Loughborough, which is about 35 miles away. So John can't be here, and we're learning as we're going. That's why this whole month's got the tag test, because we're kind of learning our feet. We're trying different time slots out. But let me show you tonight something. Mr. Dalton. I haven't had a chance. I only just messaged someone else. I'm going to get to you in a sec, because I've got some lovely little stories to talk about tonight. Look at this. I want to show you this. Right. Okay, listen, the way it works, right, I've got a little shadow, I've got this giveaway, stretch goal thing. So if you donate and you get me to 180 quid, I'll give you something. And this is like, you're in my home, right? My daughter's upstairs. My brethren's running a computer who lives with me from London, young guy. And I need some money to fix my car. It's the truth, right? My wheel bearing's gone and I need to get my little girl around. So I'm giving you something that Mr. Dalton, Mr. GC, they know that this is one of mine. This isn't something I normally would. I give away some stunning stuff. All my work is nice, but this is one of the pieces that was always earmarked that it's not going nowhere. This is about 40 hours work. So it's about a full week's labour for those of you that go and do a 9 to 5. It's all magnetised, as always. Look at my horrible hands. Leisha, man, I need a manicure. Right? The fade on the blue is even more pronounced when you see it in real life, as is the fade on the flames. I cannot tell you how hard they were to do. Now, they were not masked. They were freehand painted. Then I faded at the back. Right? And look underneath, as always. It's all the same. So even underneath where you can't see it, you're getting all that. That's really... We haven't put any X-Wing ships under this camera for ages. And I forgot how pretty they look under these cameras. Look at the blue, like, heat chart on the internals. I love that. I can see... Do you know, I think I see a colour a little bit better on the monitor than I do actually in real life. Maybe I need computer eyes. Right. So listen, right. If you do want to donate, you get some spondoolies to bid on this. They're 500 spondoolies a ticket. You can have as many as you want. We'll open it up once it goes live. If you are a sub, you get an extra ticket when we open the raffle. And the raffle will keep going until it kind of gets full up. There's something else I want to show you, right? I got a couple of cool stories. Before I get on to Mr. Dalton and Mr. GC, who are my favourite stories of the week. Stories of the week with Rasta. I'm singing, Alex. Right? I want to show you something. I'm coming out of shot. I'm coming back in shot. I didn't go under the table. Right, today, I was back at Warlords clearing out a few more bits. Heartbreaking. But I found some stuff. So for those of you that... I'm going to move this camera a little bit. Who did that? Oh, I've moved the camera to a weird angle. Hold on, let me just... Sorry, Alex. Who did that? Richie C. All frick, thank you so much. Thank you. Look, today I was at Warlords. And for those of you that don't... Those of you that only know me as Rasta, my name is George, right? My name is George Delapina. And before I was ever involved with X-Wing, I was involved with this thing. And it's been a long time. And I stumbled across some stuff that I haven't seen for years. And it led to a chain of events to me finding something today, which I'm going to also talk to you about. Your name's Jeff. Get out of it, Rich. Right, this is White Dwarf, right? From June... I think this is probably 2000 and... Let's think, how old was Simeon? This probably would have been something like 2004, right? 2005. This is one of many. You probably can start seeing my work in these from about 290 to about 310. But I want to show you something in here. This freaked me out. Because I haven't seen so much of this stuff, and then I found something and it was like, what are the odds? I didn't even know I had it. I'm getting there. This is not as going to be as boring as these pages flicking. I should have marked it. You see how unprepared I am? I've got to go past it. Let me go to the index. Hold 1 second.
I can see it.
Where can you see it?
It's
there,
right
58. I love you. I love you so much, Alex. I'm very old, everyone.
2005.
I love you, Kay. I forgot number 58.
56, isn't it?
58. I'm coming back. I need my glasses. Right, so look. We haven't lined this up. But look, George Delapina. Right? Wow, I forgot. So these... In this episode, I was Doc Butcher, right? Those of you that don't realise. And then, a long story, they hated me and I had to leave. Right? It happens. But these were like, before they ever did plastic stuff, they did metal. So it was how you made two-handed weapons, these things, from metal, guys. And I all re-sculpted them and showed you how to do it. But you see this model in particular. Look what I found. I found him, right? How bizarre is that, right? So this is 2005. And you can see he's now got grass rather than snow, because I do believe I used bicarbonate of soda at the time, and it went a bit yellow. So this is that model from White Dwarf from 2005. And here's the thing, right? If anyone would like to own this, with this... And I'm happy to sign it. I'll give you a little certificate of authenticity. Right? I know it's a bit weird. But if any... Because this, to me, is really quite valuable. Send me a message either to the Weekend Warlords page or to me personally with a closed bid. And I'll leave it running, and I'm going to put some messages on my Facebook page, and I'm going to give it about a week or so, and I'm going to see what people are interested in paying for this, right? This is really, really rare. This is a piece of proper Games Workshop history. So if you'd like to own this, send me a message. I'm going to give it a week so I can give it time for the UK guys and other guys to hear about it, and let me know. Okay? So I thought that was pretty bloody cool, huh?
Somebody has just like done exactly the same thing you done today.
What's that?
Store, about your Imperial Guard armoured company.
What's that?
Look, read it. It's on there.
Last time... Oh, read it out to me, Alex. Let me hear Alex's beautiful voice.
I'm going to try and find it.
I've got some more. You don't want me to go through them. I've got them down here. I haven't seen. I forgot my guard were in there. I forgot they did the... I forgot I did so much. There's the battle report. There was so much stuff. But the guard stuff I really forgot. I've got loads of stuff to show you. Why do I feel like I'm vanishing? I don't like my camera tonight. I'm very upset. Or have my chair gone down?
The chair's gone down again.
My chair ain't. And I ain't got shorter. Although, I got on the scales yesterday. And this ain't good. And I am not proud of myself on any level here. 10, 12. That's not good. So I need to start eating. You need to make me eat more. But anyway, look, tonight what we're doing, and I haven't stopped, right? I haven't stopped. We are doing Speed Freaks. Oh, do you know what I'm going to show you? You know we're doing buggies. Here, look, I worked at Games Workshop. And those of you that know me, I'll tell you some stories about some stuff that I did that might kind of now be very similar and being produced that I might have influenced slightly, but it's another long story. I want to show you something I did back in 2005 and was only ever seen at HQ. It never got finished. Right, and these were my sort of musings on the orcs. Any similarities? Anywhere here? This is 2005. Prototypes. Hot rods. No. Cooler. I'm going to paint this. My painting was rubbish then. Look how bad it was. I had no airbrush. I was just learning. A young whippersnapper in his 20s. Virile. Untainted by the world and marriage. Oh, I'm jaded, Alex. Just live with it. Right, look at it. So this is like an all scratch build sort of thing. Kit bash, plasticard, that sort of stuff. It's not greatly painted. I'm not showing you a paint job. I'm showing you what I used to do and how it suddenly looks like a lot of the stuff they're doing, which I'm really proud of if I had anything to do with it. We're all jaded when we get older. Yeah, man, don't worry. I'm not actually. Do you know what? I'm blessed that I opened my eyes this morning. I'm blessed that I've got great people around me that are willing to be awake at this time and watch me on the other side of the world do what I love. I'm blessed with that ability to do something creative. I've got my beautiful daughter upstairs. I've got my friend across the room. I've got food in the cupboard, and I ain't got no coronavirus, right? Because I eat my vegetables. So I'm blessed. So give thanks. So listen, wait, I've got loads of stuff I want to show you. I've got too much stuff. I always have loads of stuff. We're doing this stuff. Let's get it in. We're doing this beautiful buggy, and I've worked on it, and I've worked on the bikes. I'll bring in the bike stand. Bring in squeeze it all in. So I've got some bits and bobs, and so I've got a couple of the guys on the bikes. Let's find my nice shot. So these are kind of the guys. Right, so Lee, you said do stuff quick, right? It turns out that 40k stuff, even when I do it really quick, takes ages. I've definitely put over 40 hours in since I started this project. I haven't finished 3 bikes yet, and I haven't finished the buggy. The buggy we're going to get done tonight by 2 o'clock in the morning. in the next 3 hours or 2.5 by the time I shut up. Right, so here's one of the boys. Here's another one of the boys. These are like finished, right? These are ready to go on. And I'm sorry if I'm slightly out of focus, but my eyes are a bit out of focus too. So I'm not sure whether I am or I ain't. Right, so these are kind of they're so nice. Look how pretty the skin tone is with the airbrush and then the highlight. And look at the airbrush highlights on the blues. You're physically incapable of doing a half-assed job. Hey, Mark, what are you saying? Yeah, look, and I don't. So look, you can see this kind of like bit painting, and I've done load more bit painting, and on here these are done. So these are finished. These little guys ready to be put in. So we've got a little driver, and they've all got like test jackets. Where's my focus? They've got little white and blue test jackets. I'm slightly off focus, I feel. Fast tabletop. Yeah, it's like 80 hours work to paint a box set. Crazy little guy that hangs off. And believe it or not, all the skin tones on the Gretchen I did with the airbrush. I did the white on that with an airbrush after I'd done the skin. That's how controllable they are. Right? And you do have to clean, and I'm going to do something with everything tonight. Same with this little guy, skin tones with the airbrush. And then I finished with a brush. I'm going to show you the finishing techniques tonight as well, right? Donate. What do you mean donate? Yes, bro, there's a link there. You can click on it. You know I'm giving away this dirty bad boy tonight, don't you, Mark? You need this, Mark. And Mark, get out there. Tell all your Canadian friends to come on, because I come on specially for you guys. I've got to show you something. I finished one of the bikes completely, right? I'm going to show you where we're going with this project. What this buggy is going to look like by the end of this show. I am very... this is the first 40k thing properly. I know I painted that little man on Thingy Bob the other month. But this is full commitment. This is what they're going to look like. So this is a finished biker. And so let me tell you about me as an artist. I'd like to apologise for this not being perfect to start. That's how I am. Because this is not by any means Golden Demon winning. But it's pretty beautiful. As I've grown as an artist... What happened, Al? You're changing things.
What's that?
Did you just change something, bro?
No.
No, because my screen flickered.
Oh,
so I didn't know if you were doing, and you were clicking at the time. So as I've grown as an artist, I've become more comfortable with my own style. And more comfortable with just going, I don't really care whether it's what someone else has done before, it's what the magazines look like. I want to paint it like this. So I've got this, if you notice, let's try not to get out of focus. You've got like the real oily, dirty metals and the realistic smoke, but then you've got like my cartoon edging and this real character and beautiful colours. I really like this. I hope you guys do. That's what we're working towards, right? So look. So like we're not far. I'm going to show you how to take... So we worked... It's hosting on mobile is stupid clunky long. Love your work, fam. Pomalong. Wow, boy. I have to fold my arms and try and read that name. Pomalong Ding Dong. Pomalong Ding Dong. Yeah, man. I love that. I can't even say Pomalong Ding Dong. So, look. This is it, right? Do you like it? Hi, Ben. How you doing? Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. I'm really excited about this project, and I'm really excited about showing you. Look at how cool the smoke is, right? It was such a cool idea. This is clump foliage. If you guys want to see how I did it, you can't actually. Well, you might on Twitch. It might still be on Twitch the last time we did it, the last show. But this is clump foliage on wire. I'll show you, actually. I've got one over here. There we go. So this is one of my flash kits that I made. So you see at the back, he's got little exhausts. So it's the stuff you use on tabletop for clump foliage, stuck onto wire, and then super glued or PVA'd so it goes hard. Okay, so right, do you know what? I'm going to crack on. What I'm going to do is I am going to carry on with the buggy. I really want to get the buggy. I want to get some beautiful progression on the buggy. Can you teach me how to paint when I visit? Of course, I can teach you how to paint if you watch my streams, right? So I'm Archnin, I love you. I love you, bruv. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right, so let me talk you through what I've done. So in the last kind of thing, you saw me doing the base colouring with the airbrush, right? And if the legs, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means the world. So I've done like the base, you saw me working on the base colours with the airbrush. So we went from a really dark blue up to a lighter blue. I masked some areas. I got the checker patterns on.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, Pomelong.
Humble servant.
Wicked, thank you. Guys, anyone that is subscribed, any of our giveaways, when you have our raffle tickets, you get extras. And our subs at the start of next month, you'll also be getting spondoolies. And you earn those as you're watching. So we'll get some info actually in the info section all about that soon. So the metals, again, it was started from black. It was just two-tone airbrush. Then they've been Nuln oiled all over. And then I've used Agrax Earthshade 2 or 3 times to start building up some of the dirtier browns really quite quickly. And where I wanted some graduation on the metals. So this is straight from
that won't be necessary.
What we were doing in the last show. The boots are ready. It's all ready to kind of put the guys in here. But now we're going to make all this pop. Same with all these bits. They're in the base coat stage. All I've really done is picked out a few details with a few different colours. I've done no highlighting on these at all at the moment. I've just washed. So this has been washed with Nuln oil. Then it was washed twice with Agrax Earthshade. But when I wash, I don't just paint it on with a roller. You need to use your washes like paint. So be specific and think about pooling and where you want. Because look at the lovely colours that have been created just by use of the washes properly. And I've only literally put brass, black and then silver areas. This is going to be complicated. We've got a little squig guy. We're slightly off focus. There we go. We've got a little squig computer. We've got to paint him. Easy, you'll see. And yeah, just brought up washes. So I've got little bits left where I'm going to be able to do some airbrushing. So you'll see that technique tonight. And then I'm going to be doing all the edge detailing. I love you, Rattler. Here we go. I love the funny numbers. And then we're going to start building. Because this is what I really want to do. I really want to start sticking this thing together. Right, let's have a look here. Right, first things first. Alex.
Yes.
Would you get me one of my gloves so I don't have to go off stream? It's in that cupboard there, bruv. I'm just going to have a drink. Anyone been up to anything nice tonight or this weekend? Have you been to any tournaments, any events? Are you going to any tomorrow? Talk to us in the chat, please. Look at the dust coming off that. Would you pass me the baby wipes as well, sir? There should be a pack around there. If not, in the cupboard where all the cleaning stuff is. You're hiding from viruses. So, I made cookies. Just been told I'm working from home for 2 weeks. All local events cancelled. Okay, so that's stinking migraine. Oh, mate! Currently halfway through lighting illusion contact. Really fun project. Wicked, Kai. I'd like to see that when you've done that. Man, so my dad was meant to go to Italy in a couple of weeks because we got a house there. He can't go. Italy's really locked down. And look, people, not like scaremongering or nothing. We're going to get locked down exactly the same. You know it's going to happen. So everyone just chill, be cool. It'll all be fine. So listen, you know what it is? What we're going to start doing is we're going to start naming these streams like something to do or the corona flu. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Come and learn to paint. You can't go out. You can email or email. That's not how internet speaks, is it? I can't talk tonight. You can internet order some stuff in, and then you can paint with me. In fact, I could pre-plan it and say, right, all of you go out and buy one of these, and we're going to paint it together. That's what I used to do. So when I used to be at Games Workshop, my role was a hobby tutor. So people used to come and actually have one-to-one tutorials. I'm going to do a thing where I give away a tutorial to someone, one of you lot that wants to come round to my house and have a one-on-one for 3 or 4 hours, and we'll stream it and we'll film it. Right, so what am I going to do first? What should I do first, Alex? I'm going to carry on with this, right? So I'm at the point now where Alex, what was Archie saying? It went fast then. You lot went fast.
He said he picked up the stuff to make IGs look, and then I missed the last bit.
Oh, you can scroll down though, bro.
Yeah.
Right, Alex is going to go back in the chat. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to paint this skull black, right? Purely because I want to do a little freehand work on that. So what we're going to start doing, base airbrush, beautiful fades. So I had dark blue, mid blue, light blue, and then I stopped. 2 tones with a silver airbrush, beautiful fades, a little bit. I'll swap you if you come down and you can teach me to paint it. Dude, you have to come to me, dude. I've got a little daughter here. She needs me here, babe. She needs me. And Scotland's cold, man, and I'm Italian. So anyway, a little bit of black. Right. There's someone in this stream. His name is Lee, and he's my brother. And he's not Evie, because he's from another mother. Something like that. But on the other stream, the other day, I cleaned an airbrush, or mixed some paint in an airbrush with some broken toed brushes. And broken toed brushes are ridiculously good brushes. And they are, like, impossible to buy. And Lee had a go at me. And then the other day, like yesterday, something came in the post. And it's a model that I'm going to paint on stream. Love you, Lee, and I'm going to show everyone. But these came. I love you, Lee. I'm a poor man, right? And he just sent me a lot of Kolinsky Pure Sable brushes. You're the bollocks, Lee. Okay, I'm allowed to say it. It's my late night stream. I might even have a Kraken at 1:45.
Sleep on stream.
Do you know what I mean? But at least I'll be ready. So Lee, I love you so much. And he sent me a beautiful model. I'll show you guys. We got one of these from what's that game called, Alex?
Warcry.
Warcry. I got his bits. I got the other bits. You know this. We got one of these bad boys from Warcry. I'm gonna paint this Monday, yeah, guys, for the UK time. I'm gonna try and get it painted in 3 hours, start to finish. Well, nearly. I'll do a little bit before, but I'm going to get this painted. Thank you, Lee, and you get to watch that. And also, Phil GC. I'm not going to go through the letter he sent me, but I love you, Phil, and you made me cry. I'm not going to go through it because it made me cry, but Phil sent me this, everyone. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. You're all looking, right? Oh, I'm gonna paint him. Look at the sculpt on those veins and that muscle. Oh, I'm gonna paint him. So yeah, Phil, thank you so much. I love you so much. I'm so painting this. Look at this beauty. So, guys, what do you think? Because Alex, we were talking about this. Shall I go traditional orc green with the skin? Or shall I give him like red skin? Reddy, orangey type colours. What do you think? Phil, I love you. These are projects I'm going to do on stream. This guy and the hemorrhoid guy. He's a hemorrhoid, man. Oh, man, there's stuff that I didn't even know they were doing as a company, models wise, until recently, because I haven't really been looking. I'm going to paint some stuff for you guys. I have seen some stuff. So what I plan to do on this is, I know it's more checks, but it is like Speed Freaks. I am planning on doing a black and white checker pattern, but faded, but with a brush. So you've seen me do it with the airbrush, or just quickly freehand this. And Alex,
Yes.
I'm in my zone now, bro. So if anyone says anything, I need you to be my eyes.
Somebody sending lots of love from me and Liam.
Hey, hello, my darling. Scarlett loves that sticker. Do you know that? It's law, mate.
Oh, wicked.
Scarlett loves that Sif Panda sticker because Scarlett's nickname has got Panda in it on the Xbox and whatever she does. She loves that. So I just painted it black. I'm going to give that a second to dry. Make sure I get the edges with that, actually. So I use Vallejo Game Air. To be fair, I use whatever paint I've got, but I'm mainly using my airbrush, and I've got a big range of these Vallejo Game Air, and I like how thin they are. They paint easier from the brush, most of them. A couple of them are slightly too thin, but you can just leave them in the air for a minute and they give you the right painting consistency. And paint consistency is really important. It lets it flow. We talked about like a brush works a bit like a quill, like a pen. And if you can get the paint into it, it will flow down the nib and you'll paint a better line and you'll paint for longer and neater and easier. So that's all, just black. I'm going to move that, or I'm going to end up getting paint.
What's the outright? Let's get in the bed.
No! Got to bounce up early for work. We'll catch up tomorrow. Love you, Mark. One love, bro. Peace. Mark's out of here, everybody. Right, let me just hairdryer that, because I don't want to move on. I want to do that. What's red? Red?
The skin colour.
Ah, red. Oh, right. Was the majority red or was the majority green?
It depends what you count as a majority.
What? How many voted?
Well, Leisha voted about 37 times.
Okay,
and,
red.
Phil voted once.
And that was it?
And that was red, yeah. So.
Right. What would you use to thin paint? Airbrush thinner or float improver? In what sense? Thin paint for the airbrush or thin paint for hey Scarlet Baby, or thin paint for using on a brush, Lee? Oh, I love you, Death Revived. Mwah. For brush. So
For brush.
I'm being lazy at the moment. I'm not going to lie. I just got some white out, by the way. I'm being lazy at the moment. Hi, beautiful. And just 1 second, Lee. I'm also getting out some wolf grey because I like this colour. I use this colour so much. Anyone that knows me knows how much I use that colour. Right. So I'm being lazy at the moment, and I am just using water because I haven't got any. But my thinner of choice is Liquitex Airbrush Medium. It's like white airbrush medium. It looks like milk. And you can get it on the internet. You can get it at some really good art shops. But that's my favourite way of thinning any paint. Like a water-based paint. Acrylic, you know what I mean.
Yeah, Garrosh is exactly the skin tone that I was thinking of as well.
Do it, Mark. One love, bro. But I'm finding the air paints are great for a thin enough paint to use, even without anything. So go on, what were you saying there, Alex?
The skin tone for the orc. Like the reason I suggested that reddy orange is because it's from a Warcraft character.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I mean, he's in Hearthstone at least. And James just said exactly the same, and Phil also agreed that yeah, his skin tone would be a wicked skin tone to paint him.
Okay. Is there any like images of said orc
I will find him.
on the introverse? Oh, I'm meant to be using that colour. What am I doing? So I'm just getting, when I do checks like this, have I got a little hair there? I'll just kind of do a rough set across lines and then I'll pick it. Then I'll decide, and then I'll go back and then I'll clean up. Because I'll be able to fade these just myself. So I'll fill in with like a blue first and decide where I want to start. Water, 1 second. Where's my lid? There it is.
Here you go. Here's the picture for you.
Right, so Phil, remember we were talking about colour blindness? Right, so that's a beautiful picture, but I look at that picture and all I see is an orc. So my brain says to me, George, you're looking at an orc is green. I can't tell that's red in any way at all. Do you know that, Alex?
No, it's just like a super deep orange.
No, it just looks green to me. I don't see any red or orange there.
Yeah.
So, cool. You're going to guide me with colours,
yeah.
But we'll get there. You know we always get there.
Exactly. We'll get it right.
We'll get it right. Yeah, wicked.
Swift Panda just cheered 100 bits. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Law. We're giving away a beautiful Shadowcaster tonight. Anytime you guys cheer, donate, subscribe, you earn Spondoolies. Just by watching, you earn a Spondoolie every minute. What?
Alicia said purple it is then. No
Oh,
confusion with red or green.
nightmare. There was something else. There was like things that I was looking at on the Games Workshop site going, oh, I want to paint that. And I was like, but that's those bloody purples, isn't it? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I hate them. I don't understand them. So at this stage, I'm not worrying if I'm not super neat. I'm just trying to work out where my squares are. Let's come back up a little bit. Sorry, I dropped down a little bit there, got out of focus. So I'm just kind of mapping in roughly where they are. Now I'm going to go back to a bit of black.
Yeah, see, I always had a problem with purple as well, because like every time I highlighted purple, trying to mix in white, it just got pinker and pinker. It didn't look like a...
Aren't you meant to mix in more like a bone colour instead of white?
Possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you do. And that's from the colourblind guy. Sorry, holding my breath.
And a white. Yeah, right.
Do it, Alex. Okay, so that was my dogs, and that was proof I'm at home. And we forgot to put them in the other room. because I'm not going to lie, we did struggle to get the cameras to focus up tonight after we messed about with them.
It seems like lots of people painted purple, and they have mixed reviews about it. Some people say it's easy, some people, like me, think it's difficult.
So I'm just kind of going back over and like re-gridding, but with black. Let's find my line. Alex,
Yes.
would you mind putting them in their cage, darling?
Hold on now.
Thank you, darling.
Come on, dogs.
Captain Rex, are you in the chat? Did you go to a regional today? Or something of that ilk? GW did a great job. It was a big help. I've never seen that. I should check that out. I should have to have a look. Sorry, I struggle to talk when I'm doing stuff like this because I'm holding my breath all the time.
Thank you, Phil, for the tip.
Thank you, darling. Okay.
We might actually have that white dwarf around somewhere.
Who might?
We might.
What white dwarf?
The white dwarf with the purple guide in it.
Was it a white dwarf?
Yeah. There was an heavy metal guide in white dwarf 10 years ago that helped them paint purple.
So I'm going to get some black paint thin down and I'm going to come in at the bottom because I now want to get rid of some of the sharpness at the bottom. So I've been playing with some of the other paint as well, the technical and the, what is it called, the
Texture.
no, the that new stuff,
Oh, contrast.
the contrast. So I'll be using different bits. So just knocking that back a little bit. Let's get in there. Okay. So with the same wolf grey, just simple, what we're going to start doing to make things pop. Just, even though you've just painted that, we'll still edge highlight it. Don't worry about the black, don't worry about the white. A bit of a spill there. All my scum is. Alex, what's Phil saying?
Oh, all of this scum are painted purple with. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen the Shadowcasters.
Ah.
Yeah. It's Phil Pond.
Yeah. So we wanna. Find little bits with the blue grey. And I know it might seem a bit strong against the black, some of the highlights, but that's just like drawing a cartoon, and that's what I'm kind of going for. All the little chips and bits I'm doing all with like a pastel colour, not with metals, because I don't want to. Now I'm going up to white right on the corners. Just on the points, make things really pop. Nice little chipped up. And now we'll carry on. I'm going to start doing a similar sort of thing to the armour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this. I'll get there in a minute. I bet it'll be the last pot I pick up. Of course it is. There it is. So this is Contrast Black Templar. Right, so I don't know if I'm using this stuff right at all. And they've got this stuff, right? This Technical Contrast Medium. So good night, darling. Good night, Law. See you soon. So right, so we've got this Contrast Medium and we've got this Contrast. And you're meant to smash this stuff all over stuff, right? I ain't been brave enough to do that yet. So all I'm going to do is take some medium. I'm going to use this the way I want to use it. And I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. This stuff's really pigmented. So a bit of this medium. And I find this paints really nice as a way of kind of working in almost like a glaze, but being a little bit more controlled with things. But then I can also paint with it. So for example, I can run along this edge and then I can clean my brush and I lick it down a little bit and then I'll just pull it out. So pull that pigment out, right? So you start to increase your definition, but it's actually a really beautiful, soft and controllable way of using it. I think if you were to just smash this all over anything flat, you'd ruin it, surely. It's a little bit too heavily pigmented. And that's really nice. So just, I'm not doing all of this, there's just a few bits that I want to pull out, right? So as much as I'm going to put some really nice highs that are going to make this pop and look like this, remember, we're going to get these poppy edges. We still want some darks. So I'm just using it like this. What was that, Al?
Phil asked if anyone else who paints models still calls the GW paints by their old names. And yeah, everybody's sort of agreeing with him. Like, I still try to buy bolt gun metal.
Well, what's it called now?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. That's why I call it bolt gun metal.
I bet you it must still be called that, sure.
Nah, it'd be something else now. I think it's something like Iron Warriors armor clad or something like that. Definitely something irony. Lead Belcher. There you go.
So a little bit thicker, and you can use this to start if you want to, drop in some lovely little streaks and bits. Think about, you can also put in some little dark with it. So it's like painting a picture. And you can soften it off. Really nice. That's what I'm enjoying using this. Let's finish the job and trademark more easier. I have to use most manufacturers with customers' requests. Yeah, I'm sure you do, bro.
Archington switched from GW to Vallejo and never went back.
So there's certainly some stuff I like. Oh, I just put water with it. You're not meant to, apparently, but I do what I want. They can't tell me what to do. There's definitely, like, the air range was really actually quite good, and then some of the technical stuff is really useful, and I'm going to show you some of it that I'm going to use.
Well, even like the contrast you're using now.
Yeah, so I really enjoy it, this sort of painting. So I'm increasing how I want those shadows. Remember, we're building as we go, so not all of this in here. I don't need to paint in that because I'm going to cover all that up in a minute. And this is all going to get covered. And let's just have a little bit around here. That's where the gun's going to go. Just want a bit of wear and tear. Nice. Maybe a bit under there. Okay. So, anyway, actually, a little bit around here too. And it is important to soften, yeah, these things with either spit or wet or whatever. Don't try and paint it and not soften the edges off, because it will dry out much better. What's that? What you're laughing at?
Lee found another one, Devil in Mud, and he still has one pot of it.
Of the old Devil in Mud. I used to have leprous brown, or when I did my Speed Freak army. Ow, in fact, you see that pile of white walls?
Yeah.
Drag them out and start finding me a couple of bits. Brown ink. I used to love the old brown ink. It was wicked. Right, so let's start. In fact, let's start a little bit around here at the front. So I'm going to go to my trusty Wolf Grey, which I've got over here, and some water. I might even get a bigger brush. We'll be alright for a minute. So remember, load your brush for these. Nice point. So now the back end of your brush up here is where it holds your paint. Your tip's going to feed. Right, so edge highlighting, the way I do it. Confidence, relax, breathe. Let me see if I can get myself. So we'll do two colours. So I can already feel that my paint's slightly too dry. I need a little bit more water with it. So this is the thing about water. It dries really quick. Liquitex will stay a little bit wetter for you quicker. So I am not edge highlighting akin to Space Marine armour. I am now painting with a light colour, using it like a comic artist would use a line, as opposed to just painting what's there. With time, this sort of stuff just becomes second nature as to where you put it. And so suddenly the minute you start putting these highs on, the blue pops, the darks pop. And don't be afraid if you get a little bit in the wrong place. Catch those little rivets. Makes all the difference. You do have to have a steady hand. And remember, your broadest edge is always your corners. Like, so an edge like this is hard to paint because you're expected to find the line. But then I'll do something like that across it. Give it a little bit of battle damage, a couple of little specks, and then I'll go in here again. And then back up, I'll follow the dark line. And then I'll come across this side, but I won't go as high with that. And if you notice, my brush, once I load, it goes for ages, or I get quite a lot of like happy work out of it. So decent brush, right paint consistency. See the next level? Right, and then I've got white going at the same time, so I always got some white. Let's get some white and my grey. And then I'll dip straight into my white. Just because I like working in an area. And then the white you're just going to use on some absolute corner points, right? This is where you can mess it up here, guys. Don't go mad. And if you do it right though, the little specks of white pucker, they just make it all pop. Pucker, Urban Dictionary of the Day. When Rasta says pucker, it refers to things that are good. As for all the Americans out there, the Americans,
Pies.
what?
Lee said pies.
Pies. Pucker. Pucker pies.
Spurgeon says pocket equals pies.
Ah, Mr. Spurgeon. Hey, good evening, good evening. I saw you. Did you see? It was a post where his wife had tagged me, where he was sat there painting with surgical gloves on. Right, see? Look, there you go. So that 2 sets of panels, they're done.
Phil GC's going to bed.
Good night, Phil GC. I love you, dude. I love you loads. Look at this loveliness. So what we're going to do straight away is... We're not. We're just going to carry on.
Alicia likes pies.
I like pies. What did you all... so for dinner tonight, what did I have tonight? I had cheese and mozzarella pasta with garlic bread with mozzarella and peri salt and a little bit of salt and olive oil. It's very good. And Scarlett's having like a sleepover. She's got one of her mates over, and I did like pizza and stuff like that. Well, and what have you had? You've had my dregs, didn't you?
Yeah.
Alex is coming, sniffing around like a meerkat. Smells good in here. I was like, yeah, over there. Oh, cool, half a pizza. Garlic bread, yum, yum, yum. So...
Oh, wow.
What's that?
Kay knew somebody that sent a drunk email to Packer Pies, and 6 week, and a week later, 6 cases of pack of pies and a thank you letter turned up.
Oh, was it a naughty email?
I don't know. Oh, and they didn't have a freezer, so they just, I guess, ate all of the pies.
Who ate all the pies?
Kate, his flatmate.
That wasn't the right answer.
Archnin's making pork tacos for dinner.
Oh, Archnin.
Paul Sturgeon made pizzas. Pizza base made with Greek yogurt and self-raising flour.
So listen, for those of you on this stream right now that are watching, not in the UK or not in Europe, say within an hour's time difference of the UK time, is this sort of time good for you? Do I need to start later? Are you guys all busy doing stuff now, or is this kind of a comfortable viewing time? What are you talking about?
Lee had pineapple pizza.
What, for dinner?
For dinner, yeah.
Yeah, if he has pizza, it has pineapple on it.
Yeah.
He does it just to upset me. I'm not even sure he likes pineapple anymore now.
Yeah, he's never liked pineapple. He
did, but he's just gone off it now because he has to have it. And all he really wants is a good old classic traditional Italian pizza with no pineapple, but he daren't in case someone saw him. So like I'll use like where we got these areas with nothing, I'll use the paint to paint little, I don't know what you call them, expressions of my love for this vehicle. I don't know. Just little embellishments. That's the word.
Archnin says it's a good stream for them because it's nice in the evening.
Excellent. Good time then. Excellent. That's what this was absolutely aimed at, making it easier and hoping that you guys, I'll get a little bit more of you guys watching us, because I understand you guys are at work and that, so.
Lee's in bed.
So am I, Lee. Under the table, I'm totally naked. I'm lying. I'm lying there. I've got my little slippers on.
It's 10 a.m. Sunday in
where?
Where Pomaloma Ding Dong is from.
Where the hell are you, Pomlom? Is it Pomlom as in he's in Australia, Pomlom? And he's a pom. I don't know.
Maybe it's like, somewhere like Hawaii.
Where's 10 a.m? I thought it was like 6, 7 o'clock in America land.
Yeah, so did I. It's just gone 5 p.m. where Archland is.
It's just gone 5 p.m.
Yeah, and it's just gone midnight here.
Ah, so should we be going a bit later, you reckon?
Possibly.
So the plan was today that we got up and then I had a little sleep and got ready and then got back up, and I have been on tenterhooks about doing this stream since 2 o'clock this afternoon. Alex had to go and have a little rest because he was like, I'm just going to be stressing. I don't know why.
Their time zones, everybody's time zones all over the place.
So I've basically just got to go live 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right, I got the message.
Lucky came on.
Lucky!
So she'll watch the stream back tomorrow.
Oh, good night, my darling. Oh, Lucky's little. Lucky needs her sleep, man. That's how her brain muscles are going to grow and stuff.
The clocks have changed over here in the US already.
Oh, that was a bit of I got carried away there. I kind of slipped. Let's get a dry brush.
Oh.
You what?
Rattler's just like, sleep you. Because Lucky appeared briefly.
She's alright. Oh, okay, well, I made a mistake and it's alright. It's fine. A bit more of that. It's fine.
Spurgeon thanks you for the tip about the mountains. Came out quite nice.
What tip?
You told him how to do snowy mountains.
Did I?
Okay.
I forget I'm full of good advice. I really hate that. I've got to get rid of it.
Lucky says no.
Scarlett! Are you going to see if she's got a cotton bud?
Yeah.
Right, so what I'm going to do is... Where's that gone? There it is. I'm going to get this stuck in because I might use some technical paint. I'll start to actually build this. Alright, so I need a little bit of glue. Yay, start building stuff. Because I can't help myself now. Like, I've been working on this all week. All the bits. Little bit. Working on a bit. And I want to make stuff now. That'd do. So, you know I like getting you guys involved, right? Because I'm going to give that maybe a little dry brush in a second. But you see this? Should I have it metally? Or should I use blood on it? Like this. You see on his power claw, let's try and get you in. Alex, I feel like, is it me and my glasses?
Your glasses, I don't know.
Are we in focus? Does that look in focus?
Looks in focus to me.
See like the snippy snips? I feel really out of focus. There we go. There we go. Metally. Right, you guys all rules. Yeah, definitely. What was there? There was other messages a little bit further up about donating. Lee, does that look all in focus to you? My eyes, I think it's late. Guys, are these look in focus? Give me your opinions, yeah? Do you think we're slightly out of focus? So, metally. Okay, so I'm going to give that a little lick in a second, and I'm going to get that thing on too.
Lee can't tell because he's in bed on that TV.
So this is the supercharger.
Doddy says it looks okay to him.
Cool. All right. So that has just had that airbrush fade and then a little bit of Agrax Earthshade. And I'll probably put a couple more streaks now actually with that. In fact, I've still got a little bit of that black there.
Lee says the phone looks okay.
It's just me. My eyes are ruined, man. I need to get better glasses.
Dottie says, have we seen the new Gaz Orc rules?
I haven't seen them.
The rules?
Nah, I couldn't honestly tell you anything about 40k rules wise. Oh, look, Alex, he's starting to come into something now.
Yeah, it's becoming.
Right, it's becoming. I wanted this episode, right, to be pretty for you guys. Because the last Tuesday when we did like the live show, I'm going to have a vape now, I need to vape. The last show we did, you saw some of the mechanics of painting, like the boring shit. Sorry, but it is late now and I'm allowed to say things like that a little bit more. Because I get tired and I just use my real speak. So, innit, you know what I mean. But yeah, I wanted you guys to... I got new brushes in Jan, nearly gave myself a heart attack at the till. They need defibs at the till. I love you. I proper love her. She's brilliant, she is. Just having a little vape, everyone. My poor old nicotine addiction. Okay, right. So, let me do a little bit more. I'm going to carry on with this wolf grape. Let's just catch a couple of bits here because then I'll be in a position.
The Spurgeons are going to bed.
Oh, the Spurgeons. Good night, the Spurgeons. I love the Spurgeons, especially the missus and the mister, I suppose. Take those gloves off now, Paul. It's time for bed. Good night, mate. Good night, missus. Thank you for watching. See, they're my English viewers. They're all going to bed. So I do hope there's a few of you from overseas enjoying it. Alright, so with this model, the reason why I did bit paint it is because I wanted to get away with not painting the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, because I kind of know where what you can see, what you can't see.
Well, it's easier to use the airbrush now.
It's much easier to use the airbrush as well. You're absolutely right, Alex. Well spotted. See, Alex has been paying attention, everyone. I should give you all quizzes to see if you've been listening or if you've just been all sat there with me on mute. Bedtime with Rasta. No one goes to bed with me, dude. Ah, Pomalong. I love you, dude. So for each bit you cheer, you get a spondoolie. For each minute you watch, you get a spondoolie. For each penny you donate, you get a spondoolie. And they all go towards a raffle ticket when we open the draw if we hit our stretch goal. Or when we hit our stretch goal. Right, so carrying on with this front.
Come along, a ding dong's jumping into jewels now.
Where was Pomalong from? Did we work that out yet?
Luton originally.
Right.
Now he lives in. Damn. I forgot.
You've forgotten about Pomalong.
I know.
Pomalong's not going to be happy, man.
From Luton, though.
He's from Luton, though.
From Luton.
Is that all that matters, Al?
That's all that matters to me. Alright, Lee is going to bed. He's going to watch the rest tomorrow because he's got a Legion event that he's running tomorrow. A busy man that he is.
Thank you for watching, matey. Good night, bro. He is a busy man, isn't he? What's that? What are you laughing at?
Rattler just explained the dual system to Pom, and then he lost the duel, and he feels cheated now.
What Rattler does?
Arching is as another Luton person who ran away to another country.
To be fair, if you lived in Luton, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, exactly. I have the utmost sympathy for anybody.
It's a bit of a hole. No disrespect to you, but damn.
He's in Brisbane, that's it.
I knew it was Pomalong. I got it. I like it. I like it. Wicked. So I got Australians at the right time too.
Camsel's going to bed.
No, pussy.
Don't forget, X-Wing at the Swan in the Rushes pub in Loughborough from 6 PM.
When? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, mate, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that, bro. Because of little un.
Oh, that's a big question.
What's that?
Flame starting from the base, white, yellow, orange, red, etc. Or from the other end of the base. I have a model spitting a fireball, and I've really never painted fire before. Right, so which way do you go? Do you go from dark to light when painting flames, or from light to dark when painting flames?
I'd probably look at going light to dark. Like a genuine, like realistic looking explosion.
Or like cartoon flames?
I'd probably go light
Thank you,
to dark.
Rich. Rich has cheered a bit.
Thanks, Rich, man. Rich is like a dentist. He gets them out one at a time. I'd probably go light to dark, but then I'd be trying to cheat and doing it with an airbrush. So it works much better when you go light to dark than dark to light, like with that sort of colour. Because, yeah, going over it the other way ends up being a bit harder. Because of pigmentation.
Yeah, less realistic because you don't get like the darker splatters on the lighter paint. Right? Archinin hasn't been back to Luton in maybe 7 years, and he's happy about it.
Oh, but you should. It's really changed now. It's really hippie and everyone loves it.
Yeah, really.
Huh?
I said, yeah, really.
Yeah, really. Don't knock it, bro. Don't knock it. And some at the front, I'll wash out that paint a bit to light and edge off. And that can be speckled in too. Just getting these lovely little layers. Nice, pretty.
It's very nice.
12:30, right? Cool. Time does fly. Where's it go, man?
Yeah, no idea.
I've never been back to the UK. How long you been out there, bro? I know loads of the X-Wing like crew from Australia. Wicked dudes. Dudes. Tell dudes. I was like playing X-Wing and I thought those Australians, they're just like dudes. Especially the noisy one. What, like all of them? Yeah, man, they're like all noisy. Sorry. Look at it all scratched and ravaged. Ravaged. Do you like make noises when you paint? I do. I get right into it. I'm like, feel the pain, feel where the accident happened, and.
About 15 years he's been in there.
Oh really? You lucky person.
Oh, he's probably only just got there.
Because he was on a convict ship. Is that what you're trying to say, Alex? That was really bad. Anything, I'd like you all to be aware that anything that Alex says in the course of recording this program is not endorsed by Rasta Painting or Weekend Warlords. He's like a what's it called, a Ronin, Alex. You're like a samurai that can't be tamed. Look how all chipped up that looks. I ain't even got no whites.
He says highly recommended. Just moving to Australia.
Oh man, do you know what? Definitely bucket list of somewhere to go. I want to go fishing in Australia. I want to catch a big marlin. Water. How does Scarlett do it? Scarlett.
She's asleep.
Is she asleep?
Yeah, man.
Shut up at 12:30.
Yeah.
They ain't asleep.
Yeah. They're both having a little nap.
Water.
See if they want to continue.
Water. That's how she says it, doesn't she? She does a wicked. My daughter does the best Australian accent. Look how lovely that's starting to look. I'll get that in the light. See what I mean? Edge highlighting. Can you see?
like the black you put in just really like curves the surfaces.
Reinforces things, doesn't it?
Because it is was like very blocky and armor panelly.
I couldn't be racist if I tried. I take the piss out of everyone. I love doing accents. I grew up around every culture imaginable, and I'm comfortable with mimicking in all of them and loving on all of them. You're a bad person, in my experience. You're a bad person. That's got nothing to do with your colour or your creed. Just ignorance that makes people feel like that. I was blessed with growing up, in a place that was rough but full of colour. So it leaves you less judgmental. I'd like, when you painting stuff, it should genuinely be exciting. I've got to have a little vape, everyone. Alex,
Yeah.
will you pass me where did I put my tobacco? Will you pass me I've got to have a little half cigarette because I'm dying. I need a proper nicotine fix. And got my Rizzlers. I found them. I found it all. Sorry, everyone. Just talk amongst yourself for a second. Have a cup of tea. But I do. We all know you're not. No, I'm not. Oh, how'd you get upside down?
What did you do?
Look at that, Al.
Maybe you need your.
Look, bit of white paint right on the tip. I put it right in the white paint. Sorry, everyone.
This is why you work in a clean workspace.
I am working in a clean workspace, Al. There's no need to be like that. I'm just an old man that needs a little bit of nicotine in his life. So, okay, I'll be back with you in a second. Right, I'm back with you. That's all I needed. Little top up. Okay. Move that away before I end up dipping my brush in that. Right, so I've got this little bit more at the front, and then I can switch over to silvers. And then when I switch to silvers, I'll be able to start adding more parts to this puzzle because I'll be ready then. So we're just going down here now with this. Damn, sorry guys. I forget I'm not in shot sometimes, or I'm out of. See, you see how I use the brush? See what that just did? Better.
Completely change it.
See? Give you a load of shape and a load of depth. And we'll do the same. Corner point and down. Corner point, down. Corner point, down. Beautiful, look, see? They're like little living things. Everything has maths and tools work a certain way. So when you use a tool correctly, paintbrush is a tool, it does the work for you. You just got to be confident and enjoy it. And remember that you are creating something, and that's kind of like close to godly shit, that is. I'm sorry man, but it is. You make something from wood, you make something from bricks, sculpt it out of clay, You're creating stuff there, aren't you? Look at that. Wicked, man. Love it. Oh, love it when a blue orc rad comes together. Tiny little bit here, and then we can start sticky wicking stuff on. Oh, I've got to go back to a bit of white. I forgot. We ain't going to see much of this anyway. I'm not even sure I need to be highlighting this. I'm pretty sure that's all covered with exhaust pipes.
Yeah, especially with the plume still coming up.
Quickly here, just at the back. Rasta after dark is quieter. I like it.
Well, it's more of a chill vibe in the evening. Or in some places it's a chilled morning.
Yeah, man.
It's either a nice way to end the day or a great way to start the day.
Oh, Alex, that could become like a pin badge, a t-shirt, a mouse mat. I love sayings like that. Lovely. Remember, engines going in here, we ain't going to see none of this. I might put a little touch here.
I haven't actually seen it with the engine mounted at all. You did that when I was away one day.
Okay, a bit of white just over those couple of bits we've just done, and we need to catch a few bits. They're not asleep. That don't sound like asleep people to me.
Well, see, they said they were snoozing previous, but maybe the cotton buds spurred them back to life, gave them second wind, so the party could continue.
What?
Well, it's like you're painting the dozer blades, adding the chip in, and then you span to the back and you're like, yeah, last little bit of highlight in here, and then you're back on the dozer blade again.
You just leave me alone. People don't tune into this because they want to watch mediocre painting. Do they? Who tunes into a painting channel where the painter's mediocre? Boring. Yeah, it was the last bit on the dozer blade in that colour. I mean, like, don't try and hold a gun to my head or nothing. Jesus, Alex, back off, man. I'm nearly there. Look, you make me rush now. I'm gonna ruin it, and it's gonna be your fault.
We tune in for good painting and sage-like advice.
Who's that?
Archman.
I really do wish, right, there was a way that the internet could make it so when you guys actually commented, you spoke. Because I do love talking to people.
I mean, like, text to chat is a thing, but it's just a robot that shouts at you.
The missus is so tight, you can hear her squeak when she walks. Yeah, we'd have to ban Spurgeon,
exactly.
wouldn't we?
Instantly.
Straight away. Instant Spurgeon ban.
Oh, look, James, here we go. He said, I'd watch mediocre painting if the painter had big jugs and a low cut top.
Oh, James, man, you just...
Cool.
That any good? About the boobies. The boobies. Sexy enough, James? There you go, mate. I want a donation for that. I'm not even joking. I want at least 70 pence. Degrading myself like that. I'm a 44-year-old man, for God's sake. And you got me jiggling my boobs on the intraweb. What would my poor sainted Catholic mother think?
He clipped it.
He what?
He clipped it.
Of course he did. Then I want more than 70 pence, James. Come on. You earn £1 million an hour. I'd like some of them. It's okay, everyone. I know, James, I don't just abuse people that come on our stream. It takes me a while to get to know you, and then I'll abuse you. Right. I think I'm about done. Now, before I start highlighting any of these little bits of metal with just silver chip quickly. What? What are you laughing at?
Yeah, I think we're done before.
No, yeah, but I mean, we're done on that blue-white, so I'm going to stick him in, because I want to stick him in. I can't wait anymore to stick him in. Okay, so let's get this bad boy in his seat. How's he going? Oh, there's a little peg there, so just a blob here. And a blob here. Don't go mad. So one of the negatives with doing this is after super glue or after paint you've stuck it on and that.
Oh, Rattler just like throwing a joke out.
What did Rattler do?
Read Rattler's joke.
Stephen Hawkins has his first date in a long time. When he returned from the date, he had a twisted ankle, a broken wrist, his glasses were cracked, and there was dirt all over his clothes. Apparently, she stood. Hello, my daughter's in the house. Come and say hello. Alicia might still be on.
What Bluey?
Internet. This is my daughter Scarlett.
Hello.
Scarlett, this is the internet. Say hello, to
Hello.
him. Look at that guy. Look at his ears.
Who?
Can you see him?
You?
I want to pretend you can see people that are out there watching. You should have gone, oh yeah, look at her face, and no, that's all right. Anyway, look, Alicia's there.
Hi.
Hi, Alicia. What's Alicia been doing today?
All Freak just took.
Oh, Frick, I love you, bro. £8.70. Was that for me because I did my little jiggle? I did my little jiggle.
Pom wants to know what glue you're using.
So I am using Army Painter Super Glue. It's just super glue. Just pop it in, boom, and he's stuck on. Right, so the reason why I did that is it lets me see...
Cookies! I
What?
want some.
She did, she made cookies today, baby.
And dyed her friend's hair.
What?
And dyed her friend's hair.
I know, I saw.
Right, cool.
Painted her nails. I need some beauty advice, Alicia. I need a full, like, facial. Oh, it's Alex. It's proper looking, proper sexual chocolate. Right, I'm gonna
It's looking very nice.
get my little dry brush and I'm gonna get some. Where are we? That one. Some steel, which is like a light silver, bright silver. And I don't dry brush very much. Happens rarely. But in this occasion, I'm going to make an exception. Why have you loosed the beasts?
They've loosed the beasts and then kicked them out.
So I'm going with the actual.
Misha is going to look for some skincare for you.
I need to get rid of. I got bags under my eyes, man.
You just need to go to sleep.
I haven't got time to sleep. Who's going to do all the stuff I need to do for my daughter and you? That dude. It was just on that. I don't like using dry brushes very much. It's not my speed anymore. I'm not trying to go for that.
No Red Bull at midnight.
Who's that?
Misha.
This is really bad, actually. I drink 1 a day. 2 a day is like emergency level. 3 a day is like nuclear apocalypse happened. And today has been a 3 a day. I am going to do a slight bit of it just on this. So this checker grid. And you know, see, this is my problem, right? I've just gone over that just to catch a little edge. I'm going to stand a goblin on this in a minute and you're not going to be able to see it.
She said, ooh, rebel.
Babe, you don't know. Seriously, I am such a bad boy. I am, like, all of the rappers come to me for advice about being a bad man. Who's that?
Harlequin.
Oh, it's cool. You got Harlequin. Are you eating Kinder eggs at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. No, don't destroy. See, this is what happens when you eat Kinder eggs. Internet, tell her to not eat Kinder eggs at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Aren't they banned in the States?
They are banned. You can kill people with them, you know.
No. You'll probably kill somebody with anything if you put your mind to it.
Let's not go there again, Alex. Every time we go to B&Q, man, it's like, oh, I could kill someone with that, and I could kill them with that, and I could do an inventive kill of the week with that. What's 10:10 better than Red Bull at 1 a.m? Is that like a rhyme? Or
No. 10 out of 10 better than Red Bull at 1 a.m. Oh, Kinder eggs. Kinder eggs are better for you than Red Bull.
Oh, I agree. I agree totally. What the hell was that? Oh.
Oh, you can get them in the States now.
What? Red Bulls?
No,
Oh, Kinder eggs.
Kinder eggs. No.
But do you have to take a 28-day license? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you apply for a Kinder egg permit.
Right. So what I like to do with my silvers, a bit like I did with, where is it? Where have I put it? I've lost my silver. There it is. I'll put some more back. I'll find it again that way. I hate that. You put it on a pallet and I lose it. Like it goes for a little walk. So on like the other models, I have done exactly the same and just caught an edge. It's a touch too dry. Out of gas.
Mm.
Alright, mate. If you could just switch it off upstairs,
Yep.
and then I'll sort it out in a minute. Struggle's real, everybody. We've just run out of gas. The country's started rationing on heating resources now. I'm going to have to bust out a blanket soon. How am I going to survive? So again, and I know this is working in silver, but I'm just graphically drawing a picture. I've done lots of pre-shade, I've got lovely tone, and then these little flicks of silver, pure silver, just make things pop out.
Loving this jam.
What the raspberry?
Yeah. Strawberry jam. Can you do banana jam? Exactly. Exactly. How do you think about that one, Buster?
I guess you could.
All the most. Can you do banana jam, guys? Scarlett wants to know. Can you make banana jam? Kale, no. Kale have made it if you can. So this sort of silver chipping is even harder than the pastels because you can really easily go over with this. So all I'm doing really is I'm just, as I've put it in, I'm going over the visibles and just catching the edges. Nearly there with the silver on the front now. He says, realising he's not. He was so sure he was done, and then he realised it barely started. When I started doing this project, I think I'd just been painting an X-Wing for so long, I truly forgot how many small, tiny bits of detail they put on these things that you have to paint and fettle and whittle and love on. Okay. Anything good, Al? Did we just get a communique?
We did. We got a recipe to make banana jam.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, love
from
Kate.
Leisha.
From Leisha?
Yeah.
Leisha's a cook, man. Is Leisha the perfect woman, Al? I think Leisha might be the perfect woman, Al.
I think so.
Yeah, well, she can cook and she works at a war games company.
Hmm.
She's cute. She's intelligent. She's interesting. I'm trying to think of some negatives. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, I think she might be the perfect woman, Al.
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, I forgot these bits. Do you know, I'm a bit gutted it's not been on stream, dude.
What's that?
Shazbag. Shazbot.
Shazbot, yeah, he would have loved all this.
That's what I mean.
Think of all the times he spent sitting in the next wing stream, screaming about orcs. It'd be hard, like, expecting him to come in here and start screaming about X-Wing while you're playing your horse.
Okay.
Have you ever painted anything historical? Like
Yeah, so my introduction to like model making was Euro Militaire. I used to be like a heavy military modeler at 13, 14 years old. That's what really got me into war games, was making tank kits and models before. I've painted Flames of War. I've done a full American Army for my mate. I've not done loads of it for customers, but I can do it. But it's a completely different kind of paint style. I don't get to be quite as expressive. But yeah, I love tanks and stuff like that. Oh, it's looking wicked now, man. Right, what else can I get stuck on this to finish off? Right, should we have a look at... What should we put on next? I'm trying to think of the logical part. So, let's do... I don't want to do one. Let's have a look at these exhausts and these rear wheels, because I got a feeling that these are going to need to go on before those exhausts. So the wheels, all I done with the wheels was I airbrushed them silver, I painted them black, I've put a black wash, a brown wash, and like the bikes, I'm just going to cover them with technical paint. See this stuff? It's because I was standing it on a base. So, but I do have these little spikes on the side I got to pick out. Wait, did I completely misrecord it? Yeah, you clearly didn't miss it, because what have you... Rewind. Just rewind the stream. Yeah, I was calling you the perfect woman. I was listing all the things that make you perfect, trying to work out the bits that don't make you perfect, and we were struggling. So oopa doopa glue. Let's get a tiny bit on the other side. There's a bit of blue tack. Starting to get wheels out.
yes.
It's getting wheels out.
Yeah, she rewound it on YouTube.
What is true though?
James wants to know, have you got many more trucks and bikes to paint?
Right, so by the end of play tomorrow, this whole blue squadron, so 3 bikes and this truck are done. And then I'm going to do the hemorrhoid thing. And then the week after, I'm going to start painting the red squad truck and the 3 bikes. And at the moment, James, I'm going to get myself the other 4 trucks, the other 4 Orc trucks, and the Mech Boys workshop, because there's some terrain in this, and I'm going to do them all, and they're going to be part of a big, like either a giveaway or a sale that we're going to do. So that was okay. That was okay. That can happen. That happens sometimes in life. Things just fall down.
Mark has returned.
Hey, could you paint one of the bike trucks but heavily weathered like filthy dirty? Yeah, of course I could. But hey, you know. I mean, they're pretty heavily weathered, but they're like cartoon weathered. Right, so what do I want to do quickly? Let's have a quick test fit of these exhausts, because they're so exciting. I've just realised that I can't stick these exhausts on until I've airbrushed them.
Yeah.
Okay, bad Rasta man. Okay, so let's get on with these exhausts separate. Let's put him over there for a minute. Okay, these exhaust pipes. So they were silver, and they were airbrush silver, and I put in some copper, and then it was black and what's it called, the other one? Agrax Earthshade for the brownie elements. So I am going to do a little bit of dry brushing with this because it does make sense. So I'm getting that light silver again, which is already there, dried up a little bit, nice. Get a bit of tissue. So you really work this off the brush. And when you get it right, you'll end up, I'm not trying to catch an edge. Let's get it back in the light. I'm trying to
Soften and blend, right?
Right, you see how gentle I am with it. So it's almost like because I want to keep and I'll go back in a bit and I'll do like the high silvers, the little highlights you guys are used to. And then when I get this actually on the model, I'll end up doing another tiny little wash just out of the manifolds. Hi, Scarlett.
Hello.
Hello. Ah, Scarlett, that was it. Come and do your Australian accent, because we've got a guy watching in Melbourne.
I don't want
We do water,
water.
water,
Water. In
water,
Australia.
water in Australia.
In Australia.
Come and do your voice.
I don't want to.
Oh, do it there then. Just keep doing it.
No.
Oh.
I don't really want to.
Yeah, do you know what, Archnin? It's been ages.
Water.
It is really nice to change it up a little bit. How's your friend? She having a good time, babe? Scarlett?
What?
How's
Are
she?
you talking to me? Yeah,
Of course I am. Who else do you think I'm talking to? No. I'm not magical. I can't paint an internet talk.
Yeah. I get it all the time as well.
What?
Whenever I see him paint, I just want to go and paint something.
Okay, so let's get some black quickly before I start doing any more. Let's have some fun with the airbrush in a second. What? What are you laughing at?
It was a Choco Leibniz raid.
Who? Where was there a Choco Leibniz raid?
Here, about 10 seconds ago.
What?
Scarlet Marauded raided the Leibniz and left.
She raided the Leibniz. So all I'm doing is I've got some silvers over my black. I'm just touching in.
Oh, I think you have actually. Have you done a video where you talk about everything you need for airbrushing?
Who's this?
Mark.
Yeah, we did. We've done one every time. So the airbrush I'm using at the moment, we did a whole review video. And actually one of the biggest video that we've got on YouTube is the original airbrush review video I did of an Iwata Neo and like a cheaper Chinese brush. So, but I will be doing something again soon to do a fresh one, and then we'll have a little link. So I'm just, see this black, I'm just washing that over the tips of those exhausts.
Tom's saying he doesn't get, they don't get any British X-Wing players come and visit Australia.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a little bit of a trek.
To be fair, we don't get many of you lot come and visit England. I meet you guys at Worlds, so I understand. If I was going to Australia, I'd definitely go and play X-Wing.
Yeah.
100%. All the Aussies I've met at Worlds have been wicked guys.
And you'd be allowed to wear sandals.
Eh?
And you'd be allowed to wear sandals.
You'd be allowed to go barefoot.
Yeah. Mark's going to have a look at the archive. So I think he's thinking about getting an airbrush. So
what you need when you buy an airbrush, really and truthfully, is like a half decent brush. There's a lot of them out there. And a half decent compressor. Like, they are a bit of kit that once you get, you won't use as much as I do straight away, but the more time you spend with it, the more you'll use it, and it'll never be a wasted investment, especially if you're watching me work, Mark. I'll teach you how to use one. So I brought that black just over onto the end of those exhausts because I wanted to. Same on this side.
They were saying they had Watkins and Fawn over there for the System Open Top Boys.
Yeah, but that's because they don't have to buy their own plane tickets. If FFG would get me a ticket, I'd love to come out and see all you lot and do some stuff with the Australian X-Wing community. It'd be wicked. Imagine playing X-Wing somewhere like that. All warm and lovely, and afterwards you get to go and have big steak and shrimp. So good. Right.
Oh, you'd be asleep.
Why would I be asleep?
Well, because they're in completely the opposite time to us.
But I'd be over there though, wouldn't I?
It doesn't mean your body clock would be.
Yeah, we'd be fine, man. Well, like when we go to Worlds.
No,
Cup of tea and everyone would be fine. So, all I'm going to need for this is Somber Grey and Wolf Grey. I'm going to put it through my airbrush. Right, this is what's going to make the smoke come alive, and then I'm going to do some of the little bits of like silver highlights and stuff. Just give me a second, just having a drink. They're OP boys and they're top boys. Yeah. Pom along a ding dong. I love both of the Alec and Alexes.
Yep.
And still to today, I can never work out which one's which. Because they're both just beautiful. Right, so this is my airbrush. This is an eye water revolution. This is the air cap at the end. I take this off. I run a plain needle. I get much better control. Start with a bit of somber grey. 1, 2, 3. Don't need loads of paint. I probably didn't even need 3. Let's get this little bad boy out of the way before I paint him. I'm always testing on my hand.
Yeah, Nisha said we get her at System Opens at UK events.
And then I always have a little brush handy to get rid of needle juice.
Don't say that too many times, a needle will crash through the wall.
Needle juice, needle juice, needle juice. So when you're doing smoke on these, don't paint the whole area. You paint in like patches. And almost like in lines, striated lines. You start to see, you start to build a little pattern. And you should be able to see some of that pattern in the actual clump foliage. You should have made some of that, so you're following some of that. And as you get closer to the exhausts, less and less, just down to pure black. Dry needle. Do you know who we haven't seen on stream for ages? Haney.
Oh yeah, true.
The young Haney.
Maybe it's the exam plan.
Maybe what?
The exam plan? I don't know.
Oh. I'm like going, oh, my brush is blocked, I'm getting no paint. I've got no paint. That's why I'm getting no paint, Alex. That's better. When you put paint in it, you get paint out.
Good to know about airbrushing.
Where's my little brush? Okay, so we've got like the somber grey. I'm going to give my airbrush a quick clean. So, those of you new to airbrushing, cleaning an airbrush is really easy. Where's me? We passed my squirty bottle, bro. So I just got one of these. It's like an old bottle. Had water in it. It's got water in it now, and you just squirt into the cup, and you look. The pressure blows out the old paint. You get a brush in there. You clean off any dry paint in the bowl, and then you tip out, and you do it again. Look how clean that is all of a sudden. You don't want to blow out until you're really clean, or you'll clog your nozzle. It's really easy cleaning an airbrush. It's not a big palaver. The time you save painting is totally offset by any time you're spent cleaning, or the vice versa, you know what I mean.
Have you seen Archnin's latest Star Wars Asajj tattoo?
We might have seen the start of it, but I don't know if we've seen the completion. So, a little bit of wolf grey. This is the like the highlight point. This is all we need now. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. So if you notice on the motorbike, where's the motorbike? Let me show you the motorbike. So you can see on the smoke, so it's these higher points now, right? So we've done the somber, and now we get them higher points, and they give us the kind of the lift. Yeah, a tiny and like. Can you see what's happening in my brush? I've got a little block.
Mark's going because his internet keeps dropping off.
Alright dude, thanks for watching.
Archnie, can you send that link again, please?
Oh, it's a bit of smoke.
Oh.
He's asking me. Okay. We got the smoke done. Nice and quick with the airbrush. Right, so I can actually stick them on. Oh, no I can't. Do you love that? Are you getting to like that
You
yet
just
about
keep
me?
lying.
I keep lying. The Rasta show. I get it. I learn it from people around me. Oh, right. Okay. It was those silly bits on the wheels, wasn't it?
Yep. I mean, are you going to put the
Put the what?
mud on the wheels before they go on?
No, I'm gonna I've got to get it all done. Then I mud it, but it still needs the mud. It's no way the mud would be all over those in my head. So it'll only take me a second. So just a bit of chainmail. Chainmail, whatever it is, it's like a mid silver, and all I'm going to do is just catch the tips of these. I'm just going round and just over a couple of bits in there, just with this mid silver, nothing too high. Just before I put that smoke over it, because once I do, I ain't getting back in there. And then this side quickly. Al,
Yes.
can you sort my tunes?
Yes.
Thank you, mate. Right. Let's get them exhausts. Oh, I love you, my darling Alicia. Thank you for watching. I'll text you soon, baby. We'll have a chat. Thank you, darling. Ooh, look at this, look at this, look at this. We're starting. Right, glue, glue, glue. This also gets that's that side. No, it must be that one. These are so complicated. What side does that go on? It is there. That's where that goes. Okay, let's get that one. Specifically those 3 holes. Oh, what a bumhead. I've lost it. There it is. Got it. They are really tricky. There's like these 3 little holes it marries up to. I've still got stuff to do there. But let me get the other exhaust on.
Tom is asking whether you soak it in PVA when you stick it around the wire.
No, so I just literally rip it off in clumps and super glue it to the wire. And then once I've kind of shaped it and got it to the point where I'm happy with it, then I'll either make it hard with super glue, but that can be a bit dodgy for your eyes and your breathing system, or then just use PVA and let it dry and it goes hard. Well, it doesn't go like concrete, but it goes hard enough.
And this is a picture of Archden's tattoo.
Oh, that one's wicked. Sausage is so good.
Yeah.
Who don't like sausage?
I really like the art style as well.
Oh, it's getting there, isn't it? It's starting to look like something a bit cool now. Stop making engine noises. Grow up.
Good.
It is good. That one, that one, and that one. So that one, and that one. The more astute you will have noticed, this ain't all finished yet. It's okay, I'll finish it on now. I'm much more happy. I've still got more to go. Boss will be behind her. That's where you want a Trandoshan, really. Is behind a bad Jedi lady.
Jedi.
Oh, you know what I mean. Sith lady. Shall I stick the front wheels on, Alex? What do you think?
Question is, do you need to go back and put more silver and
Yeah,
white
cool.
on that dozer blade?
Maybe, but I'm gonna, and then I've got to do it. I'm screw it, man. I'm sticking them on because I want to see what wheels look like on it.
Are you finding that you're having any issues sticking it together when it's painted with the paint and super glue reaction?
Nah. All you got to remember is that super glue on a painted surface will bloom, which means like it casts this like white fog.
Yeah, it gets
So
loose.
yeah, you got to be a bit careful not to use too much. Sorry, taking it off. Oh, it's got wheels, Alex.
That's so good.
And I ain't nearly done yet.
No. I'm surprised you stuck the armour panels on before scratching them up.
What, these?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll do it all in sync with this.
Right.
As I'm painting along here. Okay, do you know what I can get on now? Is that little bugger. So he attaches himself onto here. Just got to find his foot spots. I think that's about right. That's about where he goes. So what I'll do there, see now looking at this, right, it's easy enough to put him on, but what I'm realising is I'm going to get, when I paint this with mud, I'm going to get it on that guy. This is why I'm doing stuff like this. So this is what I've been using, right? Stirland Battlemire. And it's an old brush I'm using, if I can find it. Yep. So I don't like the ideas of them driving around and it not being dirty and muddy and stuff that they're, so I'm going to carry that. So this is like a texture. How are you, my love?
I'm going to bed.
You guys going to bed?
Love you.
I love you. Good night.
Morning.
See you in the morning. Do you want me to get you up at a certain time?
No, it's alright.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright, I love you. Sorry, Yvonne, that was my little girl going to bed. I just really like the idea of this, where you bring what you're doing on your base onto your actual vehicle. It would be filthy dirty, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Unless they got out and cleaned it every time they drew.
Well, every time the wheels did a full revolution.
Yeah.
So like as you're getting on the edge, you just want to kind of like stipple that crap where it's kind of gone round the side, but it ain't. And as you're doing it, if you want, you can put a couple of little going onto the body. That's what I do anyway. Okay. So I wouldn't normally do that until right at the end, but I wanted to get this wheel so that I could get this goblin in place. Okay, let's get this goblin on. So he needs a spot of glue here, and he needs a spot of glue on his foot. Right, now we can finish off those exhausts. 1:30. Okay, I'm going to have a 2-minute break, everyone, where I just have a little smoke and a little drink, and I'll carry on. Oh, marathon painting at 1:30 in the morning, UK time, everyone. So remember, if you haven't liked us, or you're not following us, please go out and do so. Yeah. getting close. We're getting close. Where's my little holder for these guys? I suppose it matters now. Yeah, it's just harder for me to stay awake, actually. Right, let's. Wonder what colour I should do those.
It's alright, I've got to go deal with the general public in a matter of hours.
Yeah, Alex is at work in. What time in the morning?
It's 9.
At 9, yeah. Interesting.
7.5 hours away currently.
Should paint them a different colour, shouldn't I?
Should paint who a different colour?
These things.
What things? Those side things?
These, like, there's two, like, there's a skull.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this other skull thing.
Right.
Do you know what? I want to try something. Let me try. Let's get some contrast and some medium.
What colour contrast? Black?
Yeah, black. Get some medium. Let's see if we can pop these out and then
I like it.
no, don't worry, I'm not done yet. It's just stage 1. Then I need some brown. Then I need some highlight colour. So all we're doing is popping out that image. We'll take some of that black down here as well. And then soften that out. Right, so I'm going to get a little bit of agric surf shade, just to neutralise. Brown's always good. Same again, a little bit there, a little bit there, and then just soften that in, almost like a glaze. Oh, Clive, I love you, dude. Okay.
Shout out to Clive. Still going strong from the UK.
Yeah, you should all be ashamed, anyone that's gone to bed and is not Clive. So, I'm gonna grab just a touch of yellow. So this is Games Workshop Air. It's like Flash Kits yellow. It's really nice, opaque. And all I'm doing is just on here, just where I put that on. Let's get a bit of yellow in the top. You got any white handy? Okay. So pure white. Okay. Didn't need a different colour. Goes to the other side. Happy days. Okay. Silver. Nearly dropped a whole lid full of paint on myself. So we got chainmail, steel, very small colour palette we've been using tonight. Okay, so why did I get that out? That's why I got that out. I got that out just for these things, because they were a bit dark. So just
Hesperon just followed,
thank you, Casperon.
saying loving the work, Rasta.
Thank you, mate. Right, so let's get some nice little bits and bobs. Make this pop out now, because it's just, you can barely see any detail on this model at the moment.
Casper says, one thing's for sure, there's going to be a lot of people catching up on their backlog of painting or repaints in the case of X-Wing in the foreseeable future.
And you see, this is why we are going to the extra efforts of all the extra streams. We are acting as the 6th emergency service. Boredom. Boredom's a real crisis. Yeah, people do shit like, genocide when they're bored. Stuff like that happens. Look, Hitler was just bored. That's all that was. That was someone that needed a hobby. Okay, nothing I say is supported by the United Nations or any government body. In fact, I deny anything I just said. But yeah, he was just bored. So get a hobby. Don't be a dictator. Are you finding me stuff?
I am, yeah.
I love
So,
you. There's only a couple of them left awake.
Yep.
We got the hardcore on now.
Casper says they need to finish their hyena and their stuff on yellow.
Ooh. A hyena is... It's a bomber, isn't it? A hyena bomber.
I think so.
Is that Tau? Ah, right. Tau. X-Wing.
I believe so.
I remember that game.
Yeah, it does exist.
I played it once. Just the once. Little tournament in Birmingham. Yellow's a bugger to paint, always will be. That last song just don't want to play, does it?
No, it just hates it.
I was stupid enough to pick Tiger Eyes for my Titanicus Legion. I'll take that's one mad ass paint job.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I wonder if the tiger struck. I'll have a Google in a second. The time I took to spin around, we've gained 2 views.
Hey, welcome back, whoever's just joined us, or welcome. You are not midway, you are quite deep into a painting session with me. The sultry evening painter, Rasta.
Oh, it's quite nice. It's very nice.
What's quite nice?
I'll show you in a second.
She's going to show me in a second. Thank you, mate. So I'm going to get some Agrax Earthshade again, because you can never have enough of this stuff. And all I'm going to do is right where it comes out of the body, I'm just going over it here. And then just fading that off down into the pipe. And again on the other side. And even when this is over like blacks and you think you can't see it, you do it a couple of times and you'll start to see these browny glows. And that's just where you're getting like heat coming out of the manifolds and stuff.
Non-oil and aggregate surface shade keeping GW in business since 2017.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke.
Here is a picture of the colour scheme. Oh, he's got paint Titans.
Did you paint that one, brother?
No. It's just like an example of the Legion that he has to paint.
Right.
Lots
So,
of flames.
yeah. What you want to do with, so when you're painting a yellow like that on such a big surface, you employ a technique called pre-shading. So paint the whole model grey, like light grey, and then get some, I would say some warm brown, and airbrush all of your panel lines, airbrush your edges, and put a dark fade and bring it out slightly, right? But you've got to soften that fade into the grey. I know it sounds weird. Or even into a white, right? And then you glaze with yellow. So yellow is quite translucent, so you can build your tone. And so if you put your fade underneath with your dark colours, then you fade over, go over with yellow. Some of those shades will come through underneath. And then you go back in, and if depending on how big your model is and how delicate your airbrush is, you can then go in and actually start putting in some of those brown shadows even more on the outside.
The only problem with that is he's got to build them tiny. He's got to paint
Are they tiny?
Titans. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were.
Well, dreadnought size.
Oh, okay. There's me not knowing what the hell I'm talking about. Do you know what I need to do here? I need a little bit of... Where are you? There you are. A little bit of copper. Just wanted to lighten that copper pipe up a little bit.
$10mm scale, but all of the models are gorgeous.
Yeah, that's really scary, dude. With no fucking idea. No idea whatsoever what you should do. 10mm scale, man. I'd definitely go with a lighter undercoat and do the yellow first. Yeah, that's pretty scary, 10mm scale. Okay. Let's get another bit of that just on this.
Send it to the Weekend Warlords Facebook page. You can do that on Messenger. You just get you a link for that.
We're definitely getting there now. Make sure I have those though. Where are they? Where's my thing to hold my thing? I dropped it. Have I? No, okay. Right, so how many bits we got left? So we have got the rocket launcher, the gun, the rear spoiler, the engine block.
Finished in 3 hours. Yeah.
The other engine block. Oh no, it's oh yeah, hold on. 2 chains. Engine, roof support. Shut up, Alex. It's not even funny now. I am getting a little bit tired now. I'm not gonna lie. Right, let's have a look at this. Let's just see where that fits, and we can get this other little Gretchen stuck in there. Because this goes on here, right? Not that that gun's ready yet, but should I put him in now? Wow, not tight at all then. I mean, can you imagine trying to paint that? Like, so he can pretty much stand anywhere he wants on that chair. Okay, so let's take this gun off. Right. Imagine a poor little kid. He gets this kit, sticks it all together. He's like super excited. He saved all his pocket money up.
Oh, here we go. I've been eyeballing the airbrush templates on one of the stores that you that apparently you use, Rasta. What size do you suggest for X-wing models? I believe, wouldn't it?
Hold on, mate. One second. Sorry, was off camera.
Still on?
Okay, let's got the crew in. It's so detailed. I mean, how you meant to smash these things out and make them look anything like this? Do you know what, Al?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be my lot for tonight, you know, mate.
Cool.
I'm a bit dead.
Answer.
I've been eyeballing the airbrush templates. What size is this for X-wing models? Yeah, it really does mean does depend on what you're talking about. Are we talking about like the Rebel logos, Imperial logos? Are we talking about flame templates? I just got a massive selection. In fact, if you were to message, I'm sure it's ProTech Models, because that's where I get all my templates. If you were to message ProTech and say, look, I'm interested, I'm doing, say you're doing Rebels, and I need some Rebel logos, various sizes, and I need some numbers, and Leah do your little like set, he'll mix it up for you. So they're great company to deal with. If you want to just message them, they will sort you out. Yeah, with some really nice gear. I've got to sit that spoiler on the back. I know I'm not sticking it on, but I'm going to sit it on the back. Just to have a look. What do you think, Al, so far?
I think it's very pretty. That spoiler is looking very
Unfinished.
unfinished.
Can you see the difference now?
Huge difference.
It's huge, isn't it? It's kind of nice that you can see, like, once you just do the bit of brushwork. And I've still got a couple of bits to do on this wheel, and I've got to mud them, and I've got to mud that wheel, and I've really got like the engine to go in, which needs a bit of work. But it's pretty darn close. Couple hours, and it's completely stuck to a base finished. Right. So, thank you to the die-hard few from England that have stuck with me this late. I am going to try this again next Saturday, and hopefully we manage to get the word out a little bit better into the American and like Canadian and you know transatlantic communities, I'm sorry if the focus is a bit off. I don't think it is. I think my eyes are just a bit messed up and I do need to go and buy some glasses. So, this is us. Let's get the bike in there as well. Let's kind of have a look together. Eh? I never thought about that.
Just so the image is shot.
Look at that. Two dirty beasticus things. So yeah, we are getting there. Right, so for those of you that have never been here before and you've not liked or subbed, please do that. If you don't know about what we're doing, we will be back on Monday evening at 7 PM UK time. And if everything goes to plan, I will have that finished and the other 2 bikes finished, and I will be painting this thing on Monday's stream. This hemorrhoid monster with a face that's fallen off because I'm going to airbrush it. But we'll be painting that Monday. Loads of airbrush, get the skin tones, get the fur, get the horns, hit it with a brush, get it all done. So that's what we're going to try and do Monday, 7 o'clock till 10 minimum. Maybe 11, depending. If we have got coronavirus and all the schools are shut, it might be 12. But yeah, look, thanks very much. Thank you for all your tips and your cheers and your subs and your donations. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything more you want to know about this project and you haven't seen it, there's a couple of other shows that are on Twitch you can watch back. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find me on Rasta Mace Painting on Facebook as well, or Weekend Warlords. It's all the same thing. Thank you very much for joining us. I will see you on Monday. I'm going to get some sleep. You can see my eyes are going. One love, everybody.